Howdy, Possum Patty, and well, you know, I always call her Little Miss Titi because she's a little tiny cat, but her real name is Queen Nefertiti. Titi, that's where we get the Titi from. And we are back right where we left off. She wants to get down now. On doing a journaling page in the flower shaped journal about our trip to Beyond King Tut. Now, if you haven't watched that video, please go back and watch it. I will link it below because you were allowed to take photos and a video, and I put a lot of highlights into that video. It was amazing, and I would love for you to watch it and see part of what I saw. Of course, when you're there in person and the projections are, 20 feet high and 100 feet wide, you get a different viewpoint of it. You get a different experience. It's an immersive experience is what they call it. Anyway, I was working on a journaling card to put in the pocket that I made with Ma'at, who is the goddess of truth. And we made this little pocket here, and I have a picture of myself, and I'm going to make a journaling card. So come on along. The first thing I did before I turned the camera on was just print out a scene of the Hall of Truth, and this is the scale, the balance, and over here is the feather of Ma'at, and over here is the heart, and the person is judged according to the scale, and if the heart is as light as the feather, then you are able to pass into the afterlife, to eternity, to like paradise and eternity. And I printed it out on this brown craft paper. And on the back, I'm going to put the picture of me, and I'm just sitting in a reproduction of King Tut's chair, or his throne, you might want to call it. And this little owl was sitting on the desk, like right over there under the... I tend to shove a lot of things under the legs of the camera. The camera stand, the tripod over here. And this little owl was there. He was kind of left over from another page I did with owls. And I thought, well, he's orange. He matches my dress. And an owl is one of the Egyptian symbols. So I thought I would put him on there like that. And I don't know, maybe I'll put a little frame around the picture. It looks kind of plain or something. And I want to put a piece of paper here to write on. I just want to write a very little. And this came in the mail today from St. Jude's Hospital. I love these watercolor flowers on there. And the paper has the flowers on it too. They give you this little paper pad. And I was wondering if... Yeah, I can journal on this and glue it down, or I could put the little owl, or I could cut out some of these sunflowers. Sunflowers have nothing to do with what we saw, except for I'm wearing a sunflower on my dress. So I don't know, I'm going to work something out. I could always save this owl. He's been sitting here for a long time. He's not going to go anywhere though. All right, so I'm just going to... Oh, and then I had a couple of other ideas. The scale, the balance that you're judged on has a feather in it, the feather of truth. And I was thinking of putting a feather on here. Now I made the card the long way, like that. I could have a feather, and I was thinking maybe like some rattan or something that looks like reeds coming out the top there. So those are my ideas, but they could change as I get going. I get more and more ideas as I go along. And I'm thinking I might want to distress this with the same green. Oh, but I still haven't found something for the frame. I could just use this paper. Or what could I use? Oh, do I have some paper with some sunflowers? I don't know why I'm going way off, way off theme here with the sunflowers, but you know. I wrote my journaling, August 23rd, 2023, Beyond King Tut, the Immersive Experience. Tom and I went to see this visual display in Hartford. My takeaway was the story of judgment in the afterlife. Your heart is weighed against Ma'at's feather of truth. Is your heart as light as a feather? Titi's now playing with her toy. You hear her screeching. That is going to go there. But before I glue it down, oh, she's getting very loud. I have this scrap of paper on the table from when I was journaling about the sunflowers the other day. And I might just make the border around the picture out of this. And let's see. I don't know how this is going to fit on there or if this is going to match the other paper. But I wanted to use this. Well, I could use this blue. This blue here, and cut these out and put them on there. You know, if you have a junk journal, you got to put some junk in it. And these came free in the mail, so I'm calling them junk mail. So I could save those little flowers over there for something. Or give it to the fairy folk who are sitting over there. They're so patient. I haven't put them on camera in a while. But they're busy journaling, and pretty soon I will show you what they have been up to. Okay, well, this does not want to cut with the cutter. Look what it's doing. My goodness gracious. It's going to have a very thin border. It's going to have a very thin border, but that's okay. I just wanted a little something around it. Maybe my blades need to be changed again. Neither cutter seems to be working very well. I do have over here behind the possum's chair this little box of scraps. Look at these teeny tiny scraps. And these will go into some teeny tiny fairy journals. And their journals are no bigger than this. But I'm not going to share those with you today. That'll be another time. I want to get this page done. And maybe something else started. You know what? I'm going to put this at the bottom of the card. And because I want room to put some things at the top. So this is a marvelous envelope. I hate to cut it up because it's got a window in there. Oh my goodness. Should I save this? No. I want to use it now. Oh, there's some on the back too. Or maybe I could use what's on the back, or what's on that piece of blue paper and still have this, because this just might be big enough. So I'm going to cut out, leaving a little white border, I hope. I love the way these sunflowers were done with watercolors. And I know I was journaling about my sunflowers. And I was going to make another journaling card, yeah, because a lot more of them have bloomed. I'd say a lot more. There's only like a dozen of them. I got about a dozen mammoth sunflowers. And I'd say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe half, 6, 7 are blooming right now. I'm looking out the window at the sunflowers. See, I was thinking of something like this. I want to go that way. Do I want it to go this way? I want it to go this way. I'm auditioning. I could put that just over onto that blue paper and just onto my picture. And see, this little piece is going to marry these two separate pieces together. So that you just flow from one piece to the other piece. Right, you're right. Okay. I think I'm going to do that, because I'm going to be attaching things up here. Maybe put a strip of some kind of ribbon and some things sticking up out of the top. So I don't need the back of the envelope. And I still have this and this and this. Now, St. Jude sends you address labels. You know, certain nonprofits, they like to send you things like address labels and stuff in hopes that you will donate. Okay, get my glue stick. I use these liquid gel pens that I got at Temu to do the writing on there. Pretty color. Okay, I have to stand up. I have to stand up to see what I'm doing. Okay, now I had this idea. I gotta throw this out, it's just too sticky. Well, I was going through the pictures on my camera, and I was like, oh, I wanted to journal about that. Oh, I wanted to journal about that. And so I want to do some catch-up pages. I don't want these two to be in line, so I'm dropping this down a little bit. And I'm going to put these here. I could put it up a little bit. I could make this a little more organic. It's at the bottom of the envelope, so it's got a straight edge there. You know what? I wonder what it'll look like. All right, I'm going to cut this so that I don't have a straight edge there either. And maybe I'll like that a little bit more. Yes, 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 that was it. That's what I needed to do. Sometimes you can't be afraid to do what you need to do. Oh, so I was talking about something. I've distracted myself. So what I wanted to do was go through some of my older journals and look at the layouts on some of the pages. And there was a few things I did, and I've only done it one time, and I would like to try some of the fancier, trickier things again. Not that I'm running out of ideas. No, because going back and looking at those will probably give me new ideas. All right, I'm going to go look for, that's going to be that. I'm loving it so far. Things to poke out the top. Now in this tub, I put pieces of trim. I had gotten a whole bunch of trim from Temu and other things from like the flea market and Dollar Tree. And I have some overflow downstairs. Pom-poms are in here too. But the rattan is in here. Is that what you call it? Rattan, rattan. And I thought I would put a little bit of this. And, wow, these are really long. Oh, here we go. All right, stick that back in. I'll put some of this at the top of the card. I wanted to put a feather, but now I don't know how a feather would look. Okay, this is my tub called Fur, Feathers, and Butterflies. These are from the Dollar Tree. I think these are from Walmart. We got fake fur in here. Now it said that her feather was white. White. Oh, here's the butterflies. I think I have a white one in there. These are turkey feathers. Red feathers. Blue jay feathers. Oh, those are pretty. I see white in this bag, but oh, you know what? This is a big white one. These are like goose feathers or something, and they dye the tips of them and round them off. And it looks like I was actually using these to write with ink. I can't leave them out because the cat will take them. But I should put these in the bucket where my inks are. I'm going to do that right now. Okay, there's something else in here. Let's see. Purple. What is this? Oh, here we go. Ooh. Now that looks like an ostrich feather, right? The feather of truth. I don't even remember where these are from. All right, let me put this back in here. Oh wait, I see something else. Sometimes things get put away not in the right place, right? Oh, is this more? Oh no, these haven't been cut. The other ones were cut to right with. Just feathers. Just feathers. Contour feathers. No, it's got to be a white plume. Oh, feathers floating around everywhere. Oh, here's another one. I should probably organize these. Look at the colors on that one. I'm pretty sure that one's from Walmart. And then we got fur. And that's that. Okay, I have been trying to figure this out, and what I wound up doing was cutting the white feather shorter trimming a little bit of the bottom off there, and I glued it right on top of the feather that was on her head. So now she's got a real plume up there. And it stinks a little bit. I use some of this super glue stuff, the E6000, so I can't close the page for a while. But that's okay, I'll leave it open. And I took the rattan and I sort of tied it together with one of the little strings. And this just reminds me of like taking the papyrus or the reeds that grow along the Nile and making a bundle of them. I don't know, did they weave them? They made paper from them. I think they use the reeds for a lot of different things. And so I wanted to add this. I'm making a mess. Of course. And what I did was I poked 2 holes in the corner of the card there. And I'm going to put this there like that. And I am going to somehow put some thread in here and see if I can hold this bundle down. Maybe I could have put some glue on this too. I'm going to stick it right through the bundle. I'm trying to hold the end of the thread here because I want to tie it. Maybe I should have put a drop of glue. Should I put a drop of glue there? Where's the glue? I'm going to put one little tiny drop of glue. One little drop. Now that might not do anything because I really didn't put that much. All right, let me tie this to hold it down and then I'll go around a few more times. Hold it tight against that little bit of glue. I confuse myself all the time. Okay, I'm going to go around it one more time. And then I'm going to go through it one more time. Try to catch some of that. Okay, so now I'm going to tie this once, twice, something like that. Something like that. Let's see. Sort of bent the paper a little bit doing that. That's okay. We're not going to worry about that. There's my journaling, the front of the journaling card. My little, I'm pretending this is like reeds from the Nile or little papyrus stems there or something. And that's going in there. And then we've got the feather sticking out over here. And they're bumping each other. Should I cut the end of this a little bit? Better. That dry? Almost dry. All right, well, what a project. Seems like a simple page, but wow. Took me a while to color this in and make a journaling card, play around with all these little doodads here. Now it's everywhere across the whole desk, table. It's all right. Need to clean it anyway. That is finished. Now, on the last page of the second signature, let me go get the other journal. This is my Monster Christmas in July journal. I made it in July, but I did summer journaling in it, and then I did winter journaling in it, and I think over like 2 years. But there's a lot of good ideas in here. And this one, I think I want to try this one again. This is from when my sister retired, and we just had a small lunch for her at my other sister's house, and this was a paper plate. And I decorated the background with confetti, and then this is like the edge of the paper plate that I cut off, and it's holding this down. And when you open it, it pops out to 4 pictures. Isn't that beautiful? And I want to try this again. And I've got to go back and see how I made this. I might have to watch my own video on how I did this. If I find this video, I will link it below. But the sisters have sent me lots of pictures of mushrooms and things because we had a very wet summer. And I thought this would be fun to do a nature journaling page, something like this. And I'll do some kind of nature thing on the front. And then when I open it, I can put 4 mushroom pictures there, and maybe some, I do have some scrapbook paper with mushrooms, or some, maybe from a journal or something with mushrooms on it, like that. So I want to try this idea. And this journal is so big, I have 3 slow-stitched owls in here. I made 3, and it was so much fun, quirky owls. And then I took all 3 and I glued them in this journal. So there's a lot of journaling in here. Lots and lots of journaling in here. So this is my idea. I don't know if I have the template around somewhere, but I can figure this out. And if I do have a template, maybe I'll make make it available on the Google Drive if I can figure this out. So if you want to make one along with me, you'll be able to do that too. So this is my idea for nature journaling page. I want to do this but with some mushrooms. And I will put it either, I don't know, put it there or there, one place or the other. I might put it on this side, open it up, and then do maybe another nature page on that side. Yeah, so that's my plan. Oh, and before I go, I have been making my little mushrooms, and this one's, yep, this one's done, and this one's done, and this one's done. Making them while we drive around in the car. So I know, just pop in a number below if you would like a little happy mail from Possum Patty, and I'll pop one of these in an envelope and send it to you, maybe with a few other little things. So if you're interested in getting a little mushroom from Possum Patty, just a little slow stitch mushroom or a little card or something with it, yeah, just pop a number below. And this way I can do random number generator and pick a couple winners. And I'll send some of these off to you. I do have more here. I have some really pretty ones in here too. Here's a nice big one. This is one of my favorites with the flowers on it. And I got little fun ones too. So again, I'm making more. I wanted to fill this box to use for ephemera while I'm thinking about my mushroom page. Well, maybe I'll give a couple away today, and then when I actually work on the mushroom page, maybe I'll give a few more away. And so thank you for coming along today, and I just want to wish everybody happy junk journaling. Bye-bye.